at a bigger level, this is something that like I have had some conversations with some of the model makers and I had some conversations about at some of the conferences I've gone to is I am concerned that we have the wrong incentives on a lot of these models. Like right now, almost every model is incented to give you an answer, even if it's wrong. And so like that is a to me that's a scary thing. I'd much rather see us implement some sort of don't give me an answer if you don't have a I'd rather, I think everyone would rather an I don't know than a lie that I have to
Yeah.
see through. And so, like, the most frustrating thing to me is when I say, hey, can you fix this code? This is, whatever, this is C sharp that I wrote. And it comes back and it gives me JavaScript. And I'm like, this is JavaScript. And it's like, oh, oh, it
You're right.
is. You're right. And it's like that, like, I don't need to be catching you. So, like, I do think it's interesting and I do wonder how we'll solve that problem because look, I want it to give us answers, but I want it to be incented to give us right answers or some better confidence around those answers or context around those answers. And, when you do see it just make stuff up, one of my favorite early adopting ones was, hey, you said it's great for humans to have open electrons and it was like, yeah, that's great. And it was like one of those things is silica. What's a great source for humans to get silica? And it was like eat broken glass. So ChatGPT was like, oh, a great way for you, 2 steps in, it was like a great way for humans to get more silica is to eat glass. And I was like, that is not helpful, right? And it doesn't add to our cause. So, I don't know what the solution is. There are people way smarter than me working on that, but I do think that's something that we need to ask more of from them is like better non-answers or no answers instead of making up answers. So
Yeah, every customer I have would prefer a I don't know than a bullshit answer. And I think my personal opinion on the answer is it's we're going to build more context,
yeah.
right? That's the guardrails,
Oh, context is key for sure.
skills,
And
etc.
I am in the camp also that I believe very much from the Nvidia side of things where the LLMs aren't really your answer. It's about SLMs. It's about small language models with incredible amounts of context that are there to do a task. And same thing with your agents, right? So like if you give an agent a small language model trained on every network device you have in your organization, the odds that it's going to be better at doing network device things is extremely high than if you went after an LLM, right? And so I think like this is where the context, extra context, extra guardrails, and really tight stuff is going to come to play in this world over the next year.